On this video, I'm going to tell you how I saved almost $3,000 by getting a second opinion on a pest control. So I had a tenant at one of my properties tell me they felt like a groundhog or maybe a raccoon had got into the crawl space. If you're familiar with crawl spaces, it's usually about a very 1 to 3 feet of space between the bottom of the house and the ground. So not the easiest place to access, but this one actually has about a 2 foot space in there, maybe a little less. But anyways, I called out a pest control. It was kind of weird because the first thing that he said to me on the phone, he says, pest control is not cheap. I didn't ask if it was cheap or not. I just wanted the service. So he comes out, gives me a quote for $3,300 to set up what they call one-way doors. So that means that obviously things can go out, but they can't come back in. He said he was gonna install 2 of them, and that was $3,000. Couldn't even prove that there was any animals in there. I'm sure that there was, but I contacted a friend of mine that was familiar with how to trap animals. So we set up a trap. We caught a possum the next day. We took the possum to a wooded area. We released the possum, and then we repaired the hole that, assumingly, they say they think it was the groundhog that they saw dig the hole. But anyways, we shored up that and then the access to the crawl space. So you put a crawl space door on it or whatever. We got it sealed up, and then we filled in any type of hole. And I say they was gonna charge $3,300. I got the job done with labor was about $350. Supplies was about $150, and it looks just as good as it was if it would have been the $3,300. We went in. We had a guy go in. He went the whole crawl space, looked for any animal activities. He said he didn't see nothing. So they sealed up the one hole that needed to be sealed up, and we put a new door where they needed to for the access. So I mean, as a landlord or a home provider, whatever you want to call it, you have to make these decisions quickly, because I can't have a tenant or have a home that has pests living in them. But you know, almost a $3,000 difference is quite a bit. So I mean, not everybody has the resource to know people that's worked in the field or would be willing to do that, and you just can't have anybody go out there and start grabbing animals from underneath your house. That's a big insurance liability, so I wouldn't necessarily suggest that. I'm just going off my experience, and the biggest thing is like, just call more than one person, because if you go with that first person, you can get burned. You can get burned with it even if you have 3, but at least you have an option on how bad you're going to get burned. Always check reviews and referrals. So that's a victory for today. And as a small-time landlord, you're putting out issues all day. So this was the issue for this week. Fortunately, it saved me a lot of money, because $3,000 is, you know, sometimes a yearly cash flow for some properties. So if you guys have any questions about how I handle situations with tenants and properties that I own, you can put something down in the comments. You can like, share, subscribe, and just let me know what you're thinking, how you would have handled the situation. Even let me know if I handled the situation wrong, because I may have. I don't necessarily know everything, so I always look for positive feedback, even negative feedback. The negative feedback on YouTube is always very good. So just let me know, subscribe to the channel, and look out for the next one.